Hello and welcome to my video. This video will cover the Rainbow Cup on the Ultimate Showdown in Mainz. So we are starting off with my first opponent, Ringo Fingo, and yeah, we start off with a Venusaur mirror match. So I tried to soak the charge move from the Venusaur with my Fortress, but he ended up not doing anything, and he just followed my switch with the Charizard, and I pretty much sacrificed my Fortress here for a shield and for the switch advantage, which was not good. So now I come back in with Tentacruel, pretty obvious. So he does a charge move there and he should be able to throw a Blast Burn, which is why I shielded, since I did not want to eat a Blast Burn. Although it's resisted, it does fairly well against Tentacruel. So yeah, this I did not shield, as I expected a Dragon Claw, which ended up being just a Dragon Claw. So since it was too quick after his second Dragon Claw. So now I immediately go for a Sludge Wave, and it ended up fainting him since he did not use his shield there. And he comes in with Lapras, and I do my Sludge Wave. I don't even try to shield bait, and hopefully it goes through, and fortunately enough he let that Sludge Wave go through. So before my Tentacruel faints, I just immediately switched to my Venusaur and did my Frenzy Plan, and really surprising to me that he did not shield the Frenzy Plan, since the Lapras had so much energy. And I did not fall for the shield bait there from his first charge move, and for the second one as well. So, but it was quite risky to not shield the second one. So now I'm really low, and another Frenzy Plan should finish me off, but yeah, lucky for me that I still had my shield left. And after getting the shield out of him, this last one, I'm able to feint his Venusaur down before he had two Frenzy Plans charged up. So now in game 2 we start off with Tentacruel against Lantern, and this favors Lantern, but Tentacruel can win if he lands a Sludge Wave, or just goes 2 shields with only Acid Sprays. So he does shield the first Acid Spray, and that's why I thought I might just go for the Acid Spray route and in the 2 shields. So I do my second Acid Spray, and this time he does not shield, which was good from him. And yeah, we go for 2 shields now, since I really wanted the switch advantage and the energy now farmed up. So I had two decisions. I had decision to make whether I would shield bait him or go for a Sludge Wave to try feint this Charizard down. But I go for the Acid Spray, expecting him to shield, but he end up not shielding. That's why I just throw the second Acid Spray at him, and it does a lot with the poison jabs. Afterwards, this Charizard is in the red. So I switch back in with my Quagsire. He does his Blast Burn, and he switches immediately into his Venusaur, which I expected. That's why I switched into my Fortress now and trap him pretty much. So he still has his shield left, so I have to keep that in mind. So yeah, he tries to feint my Fortress down, but he will eventually fall from the poison, the bug bites. So this Frenzy Plan I should survive, yeah, pretty handedly. And now I'm able to feint his Venusaur down and able to get off my Rock Tomb here. And he has to shield this. And the Mud Shots now should be able to feint this Charizard. And because he did not have the time to farm enough energy for a Blast Burn, he is unable to feint my Quagsire down with the final Blast Burn. And yeah, the Dragon Claw was not able to. So this is my second opponent, the Nut, and we are seeing his footage here. It's also uploaded on the Go Stadium YouTube channel, so yeah, check that video out. So he started off with Raichu, and yeah, now he switches into his Lapras, and I switch into my Tentacruel, and he does not fell for my shield bait there, and that's why I go for another acid spray. Now I can pretty much farm this Lapras down now for energy for the next mon, and I do not shield the shield bait, although I expected the shield bait already. So now he comes back in with Raichu, and I throw a charge move at him, and yeah, it was just the acid spray. So yeah, he predicted every acid spray there, which was pretty good for him. So he does his wild charge, which should not hurt my Venusaur enough, so that's why I let that wild charge go through. Now I switch into my Fortress now, and because I switched in so late with my Fortress, and because his Venusaur is probably very good in PvP IVs, he's able to feint my Fortress down, so I'm not able to farm him down with just Bug Bites, and I'm forced to do my charge move on this Venusaur, which is really unfortunate. So yeah, I Bug Bite him down, and he's looking at his footage, he were probably not able to do another Frenzy Plant. Oh yeah, he is able to. Okay, yeah, that was good that I Rock Tombed him there and took a shield out of him. So now it comes down to Raichu against Venusaur. I do my Frenzy Plant here, which he does end up shielding, and I do my second Frenzy Plant immediately back to back. So this is able to feint his Raichu down, and it's 1-0 for me. So we start off the second match with Raichu against Tentacruel, which is bad for me. So he does his wild charge here, I think, which I end up shielding, and I do my charge move here, and he end up shielding, and yeah, he predicted the such way there now. And I switch into my Venusaur immediately, which he follow with his own Venusaur switch, and I do my Sludge Bomb here without shield baiting, and he does his Sludge Bomb, which I shield, so I predicted this correctly, and this should be a Frenzy Plant, since the Frenzy Plant should be enough to feint this Venusaur, and he is forced to shield there. Now he does his Sludge Bomb, but now I'm ahead in energy, and I should be able to feint this Venusaur down with the Frenzy Plant. So after I farmed him for 2 extra Vine Whips, I Frenzy Plant him down. He switches back in with Lapras, feints me down with 1 Ice Shard, and I should probably come in back with Tentacruel. And yeah, this I already expected, but he was too quick on the charge move, and I'm not able to switch out my Tentacruel before his Raichu does his charge move. So yeah, I already predicted that, but was just too slow on the switch there. Otherwise, I probably would have won there. So he does his last Thunder Punch before his Raichu feints from the Mud Shots, and he comes back in with Lapras and immediately goes for a Surf, which should be able to feint my Quagsire. No, it is not able to, but the Stone Edge won't finish this Lapras off, and yeah, I lose this because I was too slow on the switch there. So we start out with Charizard against Poliwrath from me, and my Poliwrath is packing Mud Shot, Paw Punch and Hydro Pump, and the Hydro Pump should be able to one-hit KO this Charizard, so it was quite ballsy from him to not shield there, and because of that I pretty much lost already. So, and he was also able to get off a Blast Burn on my Poliwrath, which I did not want to eat. I thought he might go for a Dragon Claw there in the beginning. So he does end up shielding the second charge move, and yeah, there's why I lost already. Since both mons in the back were weak against Charizard, so yeah, I bring in my Venusaur now, because the fortress won't be any better. And yeah, like I said, it's already won. So yeah, very well played by him, predicting that I would not hydro pump him on the first charge move there. So in round 3 I'm facing 2 Fizzy, and we start off with Venusaur against Mantine in game 1, and I immediately switch into my Tentacruel. And my Tentacruel gets trapped by a Quagsire, my worst nightmare. So I go for my Acid Spray here. And he does a charge move, which I do not shield. And I go for another Acid Spray, because I did not want to reveal my Sludge Waves. But fortunately enough, he does shield my Acid Spray, which really surprises me. So I eat the second Stone Edge without shielding, and I switch into my Venusaur to be able to farm this Quagsire off, and he switched back into his Charizard. I do my Frenzy Plant, which he end up shielding. So it's pretty good for me now, since I have 2 shields left, and I'm able to fire off this Sludge Bomb, which will hurt the Charizard a lot. Now he does the charge move, which I end up not shielding as well. So yeah, now my fortress has to finish this Charizard off, and here I should shield. Yeah, definitely. Even the Drainclaw. And I should be able to feint this Charizard down in this turn now. And we tied. Okay, well, that wasn't good. So yeah, it's just another team which was really weak against Charizard. So now I start off with Tentacruel against Mantine, and this favors my Tentacruel. So now he switches into his Quagsire, which I can now trap with my Venusaur. And he goes for a Stone Edge, which I predicted, which is why I did not shield that. The Earthquake you definitely have to shield, since the Earthquake will take like 80% from the Venusaur. So now I'm farmed up with enough energy to throw this Sludge Bomb, because I thought he might switch into his Charizard, but he ended up just switching into a Mantine. So now I go for my Frenzy Plant, which was the better move, the right move to do on the Mantine. And he does double shield his Mantine now. And I come back in with Tentacruel with enough energy to throw my Sludge Wave here on him. And this is nearly enough to feint my Mantine down. And now I eat the Aerial Ace, yes, the Aerial Ace, which does like nothing against my bulky Tentacruel. So he goes for another Aerial Ace, which I let go again. So yeah, let's see what he has. It's Charizard, and funnily enough I go for my Acid Spray here. I probably should have just charged to my Sludge Wave to feint this Charizard down. So now I shield his Drainclaw, and I eat the Drainclaw or a Blast Burn here. Both should be fine. My Poliwrath should be able to tank the charge move. And I immediately go for my Hydro Pump and feint this Charizard down. So yeah, I should not have revealed my Poliwrath there, and especially not the Hydro Pump on my Poliwrath. Should have just go with my Sludge Wave. So in game 3 I lead with my Venusaur against his Charge Beam Lantern. So this favors my Venusaur. He switches into his Charizard, and I switch in with my Tentacruel. So I do end up shielding the first charge move, which was a Drainclaw, so he shield baited me there. And now he comes with another Drainclaw, which I do not shield. and I immediately go for my Sludge Wave here. And he does shield the Sludge Wave now, which was really bad. So yeah, this Charizard is quite a nuisance right now. So he does Dragon Claw me again. And now I go for my Acid Spray here, hoping that he would shield, but he does not shield, but my Acid Spray was enough to fail this Charizard down now. And he switches back in with his Lantern, and I go back in with my Venusaur and Frenzy Plant him down. And he does end up shielding the Frenzy Plant, but yeah, he was quite aggressive on the energy farm, and I'm able to fire off the Frenzy Plant before his charge move. So he is now back in with Quagsire, and at this point he already gave up. So yeah, I just Frenzy Plant this Quagsire down, and yeah, that's Rainbow.